Hi everybody, it's Melissa. I wanted to film a chit chat with you about how I have lost the weight that I've lost. And so I'm going to give you a quick overview of the program that I'm using, and hopefully it'll give you some information and some encouragement or support if you're looking to do the same thing. So if you're interested, please keep watching. Okay, since May of 2015, I have been using the Weight Watchers program to lose the weight that I have lost, which is a little bit over 75 pounds. I'll give you a quick overview, like I said, of Weight Watchers. Just a little disclaimer though, it works for me. It may not work for everyone, but maybe you'll have a little bit more information to go on, if you want to, if you decide that this is something that you do want to do. So I will try and share with you my experience and what I'm doing, and hopefully that will help you. So basically there are a couple of different options, quite a few actually, but the two that I know of for sure are the in-person option where you can go and you can be with other people who are also doing Weight Watchers, be in a group, learn about recipes, support each other, form friendships with other like-minded people, and take advantage of the Weight Watchers program that way. The way that I am using the Weight Watchers program is with an online app. So it's actually on my phone. I don't even go to my computer ever with it, but I use the online application. And what I'm going to be focusing on today in this video is how I use this online or the mobile app for Weight Watchers. It is $19.99 a month. That's US dollars. I don't know about internationally. I know that you can do it in all countries, so you would need to look up if you're not watching in America. But it works on a point system, so almost like a budget. So if you're a good budgeter, okay, I'm not a good budgeter, probably not a good example, but it really is a budget. So you get an amount of points based on your weight and I think the amount of weight you want to lose. So you're assigned a certain amount of points per day, and every day you put your food into the application and magically it assigns an amount of points that you're supposed to be able to use, and you just subtract that points from the day. Actually, it does it for you, and then you just keep on trucking along the day. So there is a home page on the mobile app where so let's say you eat a chicken breast. You type in boneless, skinless chicken breasts and a whole list will come up of how you prepared it. Is it homemade? Did you buy it at a restaurant? So on and so forth. And you pick the most appropriate answer, and then that assigns a point value based on how many ounces you ate, so on and so forth. So on that home page, that's basically when I bring up the mobile app, this is the page that I start on. Also on that home page, there is a scanner option. So you can scan barcodes. I actually really like this a lot because I'll be standing in the freezer section of the grocery store looking at, scanning with my little scanner to see how many points there are in the bag of frozen French fries that I'm holding in my hand. And I use it a lot. So if I'm trying to plan a meal, I can figure out, okay, this is a little bit too many points that I don't want to use right now, so something might go back into the refrigerator or the freezer section and I'll move on. So once you get past that screen, there is a weight tracker with progress, so you can see where you started and where you are now and where the home run home base is. So that every week, in theory, you hop on the scale and you put in, I was this weight this week, I was this weight this week, I've lost 3 pounds, or whatever it happens to be. There's also a social area, so you can, it's almost kind of like a Facebook or an Instagram where you can, post progress pics, you can chat with other people. You can look at their progress pics. It's kind of neat. Other people that are doing it, it gives you a chance to see how they're doing. I've actually met a really nice person on this particular page. And we've kind of got similar situations and she's been a great support for me. So, and another, I guess the last thing that I'm going to talk about anyway is the live chat. So if you want to talk to a Weight Watchers professional, which from what I understand is someone who has, reached their goal weight and is now in maintenance and has been keeping the weight off, and they have an opportunity for you to talk with that person, if you're freaking out and you need to, you're about like 1 inch away from that cream puff, you've got the online chat. And I can't say that I've ever used it because, my husband is awesome. And when I'm having kind of a hangry moment, kind of a hungry, angry moment, I can always talk to him, more like wine, but I can totally talk to him about it. So I'm pretty fortunate that way. So Weight Watchers has been a great option for me. I've really enjoyed it. Like I said, I've lost a little bit more than 75 pounds. It's a great, what's a good word? Framework, I guess. Sort of, these are your parameters, and you can be as flexible with it or as rigid with it. If you are a 3-meal type of a person and you eat your breakfast, you eat your lunch, you eat your dinner, which is a good thing, by the way. Don't always do that, but you can budget out, all right, well, I'm going to have this many points at breakfast, I'm going to have this many points at lunch, which leaves me this many points at dinner. And at the end of the day, if your points are all gone, then you can either dip into the bank of free points, because you get a kind of a chunk plopped in every week of the freebies. So so for me, it's 42 points. I have 42 points, and that might be standard for everybody through the week. So if I go out to dinner with somebody and I'm going to get the burger and the French fries, I can plan for that. I know that I've got this bank of points. You don't have to use it, but if you need to, they're there. Another option too is you can exercise. If you exercise, that again, plunks, not plumps. That was kind of a Freudian slip, wasn't it? Plunks more points into your bank. You don't have to use them, but you can. So if you do have a night out and you eat a little bit too much and you drink a little bit too much, you've got the extra points. And so they're there if you need them. So to me, that's a good option. So here's the reality of the losing weight thing for me. I do not have a quote unquote normal relationship with food. Just like an alcoholic or a drug addict or, a compulsive gambler, I have that relationship with food. I am an all or nothing person. I am either doing really, really well or I am fallen off the wagon. There is no middle ground for me. So although Weight Watchers is a great, healthy, before I move on, I forgot one very important thing. Fruits and vegetables, 0 points. So you can eat all of the fruits and vegetables that you want. So, I wouldn't recommend eating 200 bananas a day because that would just be weird. But, you've got that. So if you are hungry and you are running out of points, you can fill up your belly with something that's a little bit more good for you, like a banana or an apple or some carrots or whatever, whatever vegetables. I will sometimes open a can of green beans and I'll sit there with my fork and I will eat those green beans, and that's just enough to get me by. So anyway, keep that in mind. Fruits and vegetables are 0 points. The leaner the meat you go, the less points they are too. So, sorry. Okay, so I just had to throw that in. Back to what I was saying before. I do not have the most healthy relationship with food. And so, although Weight Watchers is a great framework and a great guide, to the rest of your life kind of a thing, that in order to maintain, I know right now that if I want to maintain the weight that I am at right now, which I don't, I want to lose probably about 20 more pounds, that I need to eat this amount of points per day and per week. And I know that that's going to work. That's going to keep me where I am or put me where I want to be. The reality of things with me is that I know that there are certain foods that trigger me, and so I have to be very careful with them. So this will be a lifelong battle for me. This is not something that is ever going to be easier for me, is ever going to be a piece of cake. Oh my gosh, I keep doing these sort of Freudian slips. Maybe I'm hungry. I don't know. But I will never have sort of a normal relationship with food. And I know that at any given moment, I could fall. I could fall down. And the trick is going to be getting back up and brushing myself off and, going back to the point system again. So it's a great platform. It really is. But I know that I have a lot of work to do, because when I do get stressed out, when I get upset, when something is really bothering me, the first thing that I'm going to want to do is go eat. I don't want to go drink a beer. I don't want to go have a glass of wine. I want to eat. I want to eat really yummy stuff. And sometimes I do. But then I know that those, that yummy stuff, if it's a lot of points, that's it then for the day. So I have a lot of work to do, and a lot of work inside of here for me to do. I have a lot of emotional work and a lot of finding new ways to cope with stress rather than automatically going to my drug of choice. So there you have it. So that's what I'm doing to lose weight. I'm going to keep on trucking. I'm going to keep on keeping on. And hopefully I can make this the rest of my life. And I hope that if this is something that you're looking into, I hope this helped you. If there's ever anybody that needs a buddy, I would certainly enjoy that. The more the merrier. Sometimes that helps. And thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Before I go, I have to say a quick hello to Emma and Ellie and my daughter Lydia. Thanks again for all your support. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you really like it. And I will keep on trucking. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.